Welcome everybody to Treats and Eats with Krista, who's waving, but she's probably small, and Jodi. Today we are featuring the last of the 4 starter kits. So a couple months ago, Thrive launched starter packs. They're basically ingredients, and a bunch of consultants got together and made up recipes that go along with all of the ingredients. They're just ingredients, but a lot of people have a hard time getting started and knowing what to cook. So they're basics that can be put together to make all kinds of different things. So we've been showcasing one each month. If you want to find the old ones, you can look on, they're on my website, yourthrivelife.com. You can see all the past ones. But today we're doing the Skillet pack, which is actually funny because a lot of the items in the Skillet pack are also on the monthly specials. Whoop, it's hidden. So we will try to point out. So if you don't want to buy the actual Skillet pack, you can still use ingredients you have or get the monthly specials and make some of these recipes too. So, and actually one of them is, if you've seen the monthly specials flyer, the second page of it is this Skillet shepherd's pie, which is what we're going to be making tonight, one of the things. And so that does have a lot of the ingredients that are on sale and that are in the packs. So it's pretty awesome. It's a good combo. Basically, we're going to give you guys a little lesson on cooking with your food storage, cooking with freeze-dried food specifically, and make up 4 different meals from these packs. But I think there's like 10 on the website. So if you go to the pack page, you can go to those recipes. But it's just, like I said, it's an easy way to get started. The packs, I think you get a discount on the food. So it's pretty awesome. Oh, and one quick thing before Krista starts. If you are shopping the monthly specials, new this month, you have to type in, it says it on the page and it says it on the website, type in the code SAVE. You have to add the coupon code or you don't get the discount. So you're in the delivery service, you automatically get 15% off of everything. Then anything that's on the monthly specials are 25% off. So an extra 10% if you put in that coupon code SAVE. So that's a new way they're doing it. It's going to keep it streamlined. We get more savings on more items. It used to only be like one thing that was that discounted and the others were just a smaller discount. But so I'm pretty excited. Just remember to use the coupon code. And you get free shipping if you're in the delivery service. So it is the best way to shop, even if you're not shopping every month. So yeah, that is my intro. Now I'm going to turn it away to Miss Krista because we got to go back and forth a couple times today. So you'll see us popping around and she's going to give us some awesome education today. So yay.
Yep, I am going to let me get my water first because
Gotta make you big. I don't know what I did. Replace spotlight. There we go. Now you're big.
okay. Okay.
Sharice,
Right.
if you forgot the coupon code, I think you can email customer service, and because it's new, they can maybe fix it for you. But you also have to make sure to stay over $100 after the coupon or else it's not free shipping. Sorry. Just had to throw that out
No worries. Gives me a little bit more prepared. Okay.
there.
All right. So I'm just going to start with some prep work. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of prep work for each of my recipes. Okay. And my recipes, we're going to do a cheesy beef and broccoli skillet, and then we are going to do a sweet chicken mash. And so I'm going to start by show this knife. I have a knife. Okay. I probably shouldn't do that, huh? Sorry. I try and be funny or at least, not make it boring. So red peppers, I've talked about this before, but I think it's worth going over every single time we do this, right? Because there's always new people on here. And so these are red peppers. I'm not a huge pepper girl. People know this about me, and I like to hide my veggies in my food. So this is how they come right out of the can, right? But this is what we're going to do with them. We're going to stick them on my little cutting board here, and we're just going to chop them as fine as I can get them, because I don't want big things of peppers in my food because I'm just weird like that. And Jodi's going to show you the exact opposite because she loves the peppers. And I mean, nothing against her. I love people who love peppers. I love peppers like raw, but they get kind of slimy and stuff in dishes and stuff. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And I have texture issues. And yeah, we're just going to take it out on the peppers here. Sound good? So we're just going to chop these as fine as I want them. You can also break them up. You can, which I've done before. I have totally put them in a Ziploc bag and taken a stapler to them to bang them. We do a lot of therapy in my house. Okay, so that looks pretty good and chopped. We're gonna put these back in my bowl here. And they're gonna go in my recipe later, which you are going to see a little bit later. Okay, so we got our peppers. We're gonna put those over to the side, move my dirty dishes into the sink. Next thing we're gonna do, wait, sorry. Okay, we're gonna make some mashed potatoes really quick. So in here, I have some mashed potatoes. They are in the pack. Here's the can of them. You want to see mashed potatoes? They're just mashed, and I'm actually adding the butter now because I'm going to pour hot water into this. I'm also going to add my cream that goes in here. I'm going to put a little bit of cream and chives. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. Cream butter. Yep, I don't want to forget anything. Okay, so we're going to do this, and I need a spoon because I forgot utensils because this is live TV. I'm going to pour our water in here. Actually, I'm going to pour my cream in first so that when I pour the water in, let's put the chives in there too, because why not, right? So you pour the water in, and I didn't pour all of it because I'm going to get a little stir in before, because that hot water is going to melt my butter. Now I'm going to pour in the rest and get it all nice and melty. And sometimes the directions are not exactly on, right? So I know I should let it sit and it'll thicken a little bit more. But every once in a while, if it's really soupy, then I'll add a couple more potatoes flakes, right? And just sprinkle them in. But we're going to let these sit for a minute. That is because we're going to use these later. That butter is still melting in there. And that's going to give it some good. I think they're going to be just fine water-wise. All right. So we're going to set those to the side, use those later. One other thing, we're going to start refreshing. I've got peas and carrots in here, and I've got chicken slices in here. All of these are in the pack as well. And so we're going to put water in this guy and let him sit for at least 10 minutes. And then I'm going to put water in this guy and let him sit for at least 10 minutes. So I love, you can actually, can you see the water moving in here? It's the bubbles in the chicken, like snap, crackle, pop kind of thing, because it's soaking in that water, okay? So I'm just going to take a spoon to it, kind of make sure everything gets wet so it can sit there and soak. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing to my peas and carrots. And I'm using warm water for both because I need them a little bit warmed. And I'll show you why in a minute. But okay, so both of these are going to sit for probably like 10 minutes or so. Oh, I got a carrot in here. It's all going in the same place. Don't worry about it. So that's my prep work. And I'm going to turn it back over to Jodi, and she's going to start her 2 dishes. And we're going to come back and start my other 2 dishes formally. Any questions on that?
Someone's
Yes.
agreeing with you about the peppers.
Sorry, what?
Someone's agreeing with you about the peppers.
Michelle.
Boo. No, come on. Okay, we can see
It's not that I
now.
don't like them. I just like them small. I
Yeah,
like
whatever.
them small.
It's
I don't
fine.
want
Whatever.
big. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm big.
Yes.
So I am making, can we see everything? Yes. Krista, you gotta be on admit duty.
Got it.
So this skillet recipe, okay, I got a few things. My head's cut off. I'm short, but not that short, guys. Okay, there we go. My little burner that I cook with has not been lighting, so I have to light it like this. Don't judge me.
Whatever works. It's only live TV, Jodi. Come on.
Hey, at least I tested it before the show, so I was prepared.
You're right.
I'm always worried I'll be out of my time. So I am doing the recipe from the website, well, from the flyer, like I said, but I'm not sure that I believe it. because it says it serves 4 to 6 people, but it only had half a cup of hamburger and like 2/3 cup of vegetables. And that would feed like one of my children. So I'm gonna make a bigger version of it. And we will go from there. So basically we start with butter melting. And then you want to add all your stuff. So I'm going to start with the beef. So I'm doing a cup. So I'm kind of doubling the meat and veggies. And then I'm not going to do as much water as it says because I don't want it to be shepherd's pie soup. So we're going to start with less water and add more. So the onions, it's a 1/4 cup. I'm getting them all set while that butter melts. And then I'll add it all in so nothing gets too burnt while I'm measuring the other stuff. And then we got peas and corn. It says carrots in the recipe, but carrots take a long time to cook. And I don't think I'm going to have a long time. So we're going with out the carrots. But
Hence the reason why I hydrated my carrots. Good to know.
plus, I usually only use peas and corn in shepherd's pie. So I don't know. It's all good. Okay. So I'm going to start letting this stuff. So you don't have to hydrate it before you saute it. That's the awesome thing about freeze-dried food. So you just let it soak up in the butter and it sautés it. And then you add the liquid after. So you're getting it all crisp, like that yummy sauteed butter flavor by just sauteing it in the pan. Look at that. Yeah, that's going to be much better. It was going to be tiny in this huge skillet. I'm like, that's not enough food. And it is late here, but I still have 2 people who want to eat dinner. So they're waiting for me to finish cooking. Okay, so all my butter, so think about it. You got melted butter, like starting to rehydrate these veggies. And then you get the saute flavor. So it's pretty awesome. And it's delicious. So I got all those. Oh, I forgot garlic. You want to saute some garlic, fried garlic. It's kind of a limited time thing. So if you don't have any, stock up. It lasts forever. So I have a million cans downstairs. So saute a little garlic. I'm going to do a little seasoning of Chef Todd. 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to do 2 teaspoons because we're doubling up everything here. If I should have done 2 teaspoons of garlic, that's okay. Okay, that looks really good and it smells really good already. Yay, I'm excited. Okay, so the next thing we're supposed to add, I'm going to turn it down while I do this part, is beef broth. But I don't do beef broth in my house. I do fried beef bouillon. So you mix the amount of water. So it said 2.5 cups. I'm going to start with 2 cups because I think that will pretty much be enough liquid for this base. So you just need 2 teaspoons of the beef bouillon to 2 cups of water. So I have 2 cups of water in here. My bouillon's getting old. This stuff lasts forever though. I never have to buy beef broth. That's for good. So I'm going to whisk it up. And it also says to add a tablespoon of flour. Maybe that's supposed to thicken it, but instead of doing that, I'm actually going to add our tomato sauce because I think that'll give it almost like when I make regular shepherd's pie, I always do manwich, like a sloppy Joe mix for the base, and it's really good. So I think I'm going to try 1 tablespoon of tomato powder. Maybe it'll thicken this all up a little bit. Never made this recipe before, so we're testing it on live TV here. Hope it's going to be delish. So now I'm going to put the water in. Oh, I turned off my stove. Come on. That's what I get for turning it down. I'm so professional. There we go. That's okay. It probably would have just burnt my veggies anyways. But now I've got broth. You can hear it sizzle. I hope this isn't too much liquid, but if it is, that's the beautiful thing about our tomato sauce powder is that you can just add a little more tomato sauce powder and it's going to thicken right up. So we're gonna let that simmer. It's supposed to simmer 10 minutes. So I'm gonna show it to you up close. It looks so good. Yum. Right now it looks a little bit like soup. So can you imagine if I would have done double the amount of water? I just think that would have been too much. So that's why it's like the awesome thing. You can just modify recipes, and the more you cook with things, the more you realize, oh, I think that might not work. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, so I'm gonna let that saute. And the rest of this recipe, so it's gonna call for mashed potato mix, but I'm gonna make that after. So, Krista, was that too fast for you?
No, not at all.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that away. I'm gonna get the stuff for the mashed potatoes because it's gotta do mashed potatoes after this is thickened for 10 minutes. And then I'll show you my second recipe, which is super quick and easy. So you can take it away, girl, and I'm gonna just be prepping while you do your.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna go to my, you guys probably see the ladder. I'm using the ladder tonight in my everything else. Okay.
Place you.
Oh,
There you go. Now you're big.
oh yay. Just what I wanted.
Hey, I want to tell Kat something funny because she said my peas are so green. And you might
No,
see, oh,
my peas are so green.
your peas are, well, mine are green too. But look, this is such an old can because it's the green labels. We always talk about that. If you have colored labels, I think everything I'm cooking today means it was made like before 2015. So these peas were manufactured 2015. We're eating 10-year-old peas and they're like brilliant green, total pea flavor. So, okay, done off my soapbox. And Kat, yes, I will send the modified recipe. I kept thinking this one might be like a single serving. I don't know. We're gonna see how it turns out. Okay,
Cool. All right.
I'm done.
Cool. I need my water to boil first. So I forgot to turn it on because we're on live TV and I can't do anything straight. But it's okay. It'll come to a boil anyway. Because this one is so easy. This recipe, this is the cheesy beef and broccoli skillet. And it is so super easy. And I know it's a pot, but it's playing the role of a skillet tonight. So we've got some water in my skillet. And literally, we're just going to dump pretty much everything in here. Okay. So we are going to bring to a boil this water, but we've got some ground beef. We've got freeze-dried broccoli. I'll show you as I put it in. We've got freeze-dried garlic and freeze-dried onions. We've got my red bell peppers that I crunched up into smaller pieces. In this little bowl, I've got beef bouillon, some espagnole, which is our beef gravy. I've got cheese sauce, Thrive cheese sauce. I've got Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, a little cayenne, all the good flavors that are going to go in here. I'm going to throw those in here as well. And we are going to give it a stir and bring it to a boil. And then we're going to turn down the heat and let it simmer for 15 minutes. That's why we're doing this one first, because this will actually kind of get all nice and happy together with all those seasonings and all those fresh veggies. And look at that, it's coming to a boil already. You can see, can you see the steam? You probably can't see the steam, but it's getting there. I'm going to let it try again. Oh, and the pasta. There's a little bit of pasta too going in here. So we want to bring that to a boil, which it's almost there. And we are going to, in fact, I can hear it starting to boil. So, oh, I see one bubble right there. Oh, it's already boiling, so I'm turning it down. Okay, we're going to put a lid on it, turn it down, let it simmer. See, it's already boiling. How cool is that? That's awesome. Perfect timing. Yay. I am going to turn it on low. Put a lid on it. All right, so that one needs to cook for a minute. So we're going to let that one cook, and I'm going to start my other one, which is the sweet chicken mash. And this one is a little bit different. This one has the mashed potatoes that we cooked earlier, but we're going to start our skillet dinner here. And what we need to do first is, let me just, okay, it's good. It's just boiling. Go down a little bit, please, so we don't burn the house down. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is going to start heating up really quick here. I've got some butter in here. And while I do that, I'm going to take my peas and carrots that I just rehydrated. Okay, my peas and carrots. And I have a bowl with a strainer. So I'm going to strain out the juice. Should have brought my spoon too. Strain out the juice. Get all those carrots in there. And have our butter in our pan. Because you can't go wrong with butter on vegetables, right? I'm going to turn this up just a dip. Gosh. We're going to, because we're saving this juice. Okay, we have this juice. And we're going to put, I don't think that's hot enough. So I'll wait just 2 more minutes here. Oh, that smells really good. Oh. All right, this should be ready. All right, we're going to put our carrots and peas in the skillet. And we are going to grab another spoon. Not all of them. We're going to toss these around and get them nice, and we're going to put a little brown on them. We're going to turn it up a bit. Start. I'm going to add just a tad of salt because that's what I do when I'm sauteing. There we go. There we go. I would do some flips, but I can't do it with my left hand. And the ladder's in the way. I need some room to do some flips. That's okay. We got this. Looks like those carrots rehydrated pretty well. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see? They're pretty cool. All right, so we're sauteing these guys. Checking this guy. Yep, it's down low. So we're gonna. Ooh, this is smelling good too. Get back in there. No escaping my pan. Okay, while that's cooking, I'm gonna rinse out my pea carrot bowl because I'm gonna use it again. Because once these get a little toasted, and it's coming together nicely here. I always do this by smell. Do you guys know how caramelizing works? When it caramelizes in the pan, you can smell when that caramelizing happens. Ugh, it smells so good. I love it. All right. So these are getting a little done here. That is perfect. All right. I think these are about done. And here's my switcheroo. See if you can follow along. All right. I'm going to call these done. I'm putting them back in the bowl that I used to pour them in my pan. Skillet is still nice and hot. We grab a little bit more butter. Add a little more butter. Pour my chicken out. Drain my chicken in the same juice. And this is already nice and hot. So we are just going to drain this. And pay it. You guys can't see that, but I've got my chicken juice with my pea juice and my carrot juice. Okay, just drain my chicken. They're going in the pan. Give this some color. This should be nice. Yep, there we go. See that color going on that chicken? Just like you would regular chicken, people. Except way easier, and I didn't have to touch raw chicken. I didn't have to wash it. I didn't have to play with it. I didn't have to cut the fat off. It's amazing. And if you want to, you can actually cut these in tinier pieces if you so choose. I left them as is, just because. I'm gonna try and flip a couple of these over. Oh, look at the color on that guy. All right. Couple more minutes on these guys. But I don't think we've done anything like this before, actually. Have we, Jodi?
No, this is pretty different.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's a great way to show you that it grills up just like you would do it out on the grill or in your own pan at home. It's kind of amazing. Kind of cool.
I did one time, I don't think it was on our show, like a sweet and sour chicken this way, and it was really good.
Yep. All right. So that is just
So that's
about
like the opposite of what I did because I grilled it first, then added water. She added water, then grilled it.
right. All right. So I'm going to add in the rest of my ingredients here, which is garlic and onions. We're going to turn down the heat though, because I'm going to burn it if I don't. See? Oh, nice caramelization, Krista, right? But I don't want to get too hot. So we are going to add in some soy sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, some brown sugar. I need some help with that. And then here is the secret ingredient. Where did my cup go? We are going to, you can't see, but I'm taking the juice. There you go. I'm taking the juice that we had. Deglazing it in the pan with the juice. Okay. Okay.
That
Now
looks good.
it smells so amazing. I cannot tell you. And a little bit of brown sugar, which is going to just give it a little sweet chicken flavor. This actually smells amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And this is going to simmer for about 10 minutes. We're going to turn this down low and let this simmer too, so it gets nice and thick. And I totally forgot to add my onions to my peas and carrots, but oops.
They'll hydrate just fine in that sauce.
We're actually, so this is going to be the peas and carrots, which they probably will hydrate really well. This is like a side dish, and this is the main course, and this is going to go over potatoes. So we'll come back to that. But yeah, I think I'm done for now. But I'm gonna see if I can't add them to here because they'll probably rehydrate just fine. And if not, we're gonna test it because this is live TV and this is what we do, right?
We test it for you guys so you don't have to screw up. How's that? Okay, should I flip the screen?
Yes, why don't you flip the screen?
So Dawn was asking if these could be jar meals. So I did do a shepherd's pie jar meal once, but you had to do two separate jars. So one was the beef mixture and one was the potato mixture. And it does work. So a couple of the things that we're using aren't really conducive to a jar meal, but you can always modify. And if you're interested in jar meals, I send out new jar meals every month. So I can give you a link for that. So I boiled water for these potatoes. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of butter because it's delicious. You could use powdered butter, but I don't because I didn't want to pull out my can. I have like 20 cans already on my counter. So then I doubled what was on that recipe so that I could have a bigger layer of potatoes because I didn't think it would be enough potatoes for my skillet. So that's my truth. But the potatoes are the best part of the shepherd's right? And I like to put a little powdered milk in my potatoes as well. So I'm just gonna do a tablespoon there. Stir it up. And I will tell you, I was checking on the beef mixture and I did end up adding 1 more tablespoon of the tomato sauce powder. So I will make sure to put that in the instructions when I send out the recipes. And it made it perfect. I'm going to show you in a second when I let my potatoes set. You could add like salt or seasoned salt or whatever into your potato mixture as well. But I'm just gonna let it be the potatoes and sprinkle it with cheese because everything's better with cheese. Okay, my water was probably boiling a little bit long, so I was trying not to pull a Krista by having it boiling in advance, and then it started to evaporate out. So I'm gonna show you my beef mixture. This is a perfect shepherd's pie texture.
Right?
No,
That's-
if I would have done 5 cups of water, like it would have said that would have been shepherd's pie soup. So I think it was a typo. We're gonna go with that. And it fills this large skillet really well. So I'm going to load it with a layer of potatoes. Kind of fun. I've never done this in a skillet before. Weird. And just plop them on. Oh, I made a mess. You can't really see what I'm doing though, so you don't know that I made a mess. Whenever I bake shepherd's pie, I always try to like seal it really good, like the potatoes, so that the beef mixture doesn't pop up, like bubble up. But I don't think in the skillet, it really matters. Okay.
It smells so good in my house.
Oh, I thought you were saying that about my house.
It smells so good in your house. I can tell.
Like, how'd you know, Krista? It does smell so good. Okay, so I got my layers mixed up a little bit. Because my potatoes are a little thick. So if you want to leave them a little gooey, then they'll finish setting up. There's just 1 piece of corn.
Michelle says that she adds the sour cream powder to her potatoes as well. I do too. I love
Like
that.
Pioneer Woman style mashed potatoes. Only we could all be like Pioneer Woman. Okay. So I have my layers. It's like a pie in a pan, shepherd's pie in a pan. You could use freeze-dried cheese, or you can just take it out of a bag and sprinkle it on top. And I know that what makes my family like shepherd's pie a lot is a lot of cheese, so don't judge me. I'm not going to be eating it. My boys are. I already ate salad for dinner. Good job. Okay. Then all you do is put the lid back on until that cheese is melted. That's awesome. That was actually easy. And shorter, I think, than doing it in the oven. Boom. Okay, our modifications were successful. Yay. So my next recipe is really short and sweet. So this is from the Skillet recipe pack. And it is for like a chicken red pepper, like pasta sauce that you can put over noodles or potatoes or bread or whatever. But there was a little side note that I saw and I was like, oh, I'm doing that for sure. Because I didn't want to have to dirty 2 skillets today. That's really my secret. Just kidding. But no, it was cool. So it basically makes a powder. And I was gonna say this for this would be really cool to keep in a jar because we've talked about powdering veggies before. This is like the ultimate veggie powder. So I'm going to just start going down my list. So 2 tablespoons of celery. I don't think we have celery available right now, but it should be on the it's coming back list. And then this one, I'm using the carrots because it's just getting ground up, so it's no problem. 2 tablespoons carrots, 2 tablespoons celery. Oh, actually, it was supposed to be half a tablespoon of carrots. So I have a funny story. Don't throw freeze-dried carrots down your disposal. And I was like, there's only a little left in my can. I'll throw it down there. It completely clogged it rehydrated in the sink, in the elbow. It made a huge problem that I did not love. So we got 1 tablespoon onion. Oh, we're on corn. Oh, my brain, I should have put them in the order. Oh, there's no corn. What? This should use corn. It would be delicious. Got onions. I could add corn.
Yeah.
Why not? It's just a veggie soup. I actually am gonna add corn. Don't judge me. So it has 2 tablespoons peas, so I'm going to do 2 tablespoons corn. This may look like I'm only doing 1 tablespoon, but this is actually a 2 tablespoon. I'm sneaky. 2 tablespoons peas. I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. This actually calls for mashed potatoes. What? This is the weirdest recipe ever, but sounds so good. So this is going to be a roasted red pepper. Oh, it's my lid. There it is. Mashed potatoes.
Jackie likes Zeke.
Oh, can you see it?
Zeke walked by.
Something to spill on the floor.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so then the main course in this recipe is the red peppers. Mine are big. I like them like that. They're so good dipped in hummus. I'm putting a lot because this is a roasted red pepper soup. So I'm going to put a heaping 1/2 cup. It's going to be powdered, Krista, so don't worry. But what I was going to say is I'm thinking about taking some chunks and just putting them in with the soup at the end. So we'll see if I get around to that. I dropped my spoons on the floor, but guess what? I'm the only one eating this, so don't judge. I need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then a little bit of pepper. So you could make this so I have a Blend Tech. Let's see it. And it has a soup setting. So I was thinking that we could just cook it right in the blender, which would be kind of awesome. There's a lot of ingredients. This is why it would be nice to have it in a jar meal, because sometimes just taking your cans out of the pantry, a million cans, can feel like it takes too long. So there you go. Do I have everything? Supposed to have basil, but I forgot it. Oh, and chicken bouillon. So I use beef bouillon. Now we got chicken bouillon. And this is 1 teaspoon as well. That gives it a little salty flavor too. So I'm going to blend this all up. So basically, the only difference in this soup versus the chicken recipe is you would hydrate and cook the chicken like normal, and then becomes a pasta sauce, basically. But we're just going to do it with more water and make it a soup. So I'm going to crush it up. Pause, please. Okay, so what you could do, you could make a big batch of these, and like this is tiny. Since you have everything out anyways, and put that in a jar and just scoop it, and boom, you got. So measure that out, see how much it is, then just measure that out and make scoops for a like yummy, healthy lunch anytime. So we're going to actually heat it. So I'm going to, oh yeah, baby, look at that melty, yummy cheese on my skillet. Okay. It's not a good shepherd's pie without a lot of cheese. That's basically done, but I'm going to keep the lid on it. So for this soup, I'm going to turn the heat back up. It asks for some oil, and it has you, this is weird, but you actually saute the powder. That's what makes it taste like a roasted red pepper soup. So that's the thing that you would miss, that saute flavor, if you just added the liquid in here and heated it up that way, like a soup on the soup setting. Said 3 tablespoons. I'm just winging it. That's probably 3 tablespoons. So we're gonna let it heat up just a bit. I got water. Look at this. I'm so prepared. It's pre-measured. It's just like on real TV, guys. Except usually they have like the finished one already there. Oh, I need a spoon. Oh, I need a whisk, maybe. Yeah, a whisk. I'll be right back. Bye, TV. Okay, we got a whisk. So my oil is heated just barely. We don't want to like burn my powders. So I'm just gonna stir it in here. Let it, ooh, it smells good. In the recipe, it says don't let it cook too long, like 15 seconds. So basically, all the powder got absorbed by the oil. You can see that. It smells good. It almost smells kind of like curry. Definitely not curry. Okay, then I'm going to add the liquid. So it said that to do an extra half cup. I think I did minus a half cup. 1.5 cups water. Oh, but I'm supposed to do 2, so I did. Let me get 1 more half cup. Okay, and it didn't burn. It almost burned. No,
Live TV.
it's perfect. Okay. You know what? There was something else that was supposed to be in there. Tomato sauce. That's gonna thicken it, but I moved it somewhere from my other recipe. 1 tablespoon tomato sauce. So it's not gonna be like a super thick soup. It's not supposed to be a super thick soup. It smells good. Kind of reminds me of like one of those butternut squash soups that Chef Todd's done. So there you go. So then you heat up with that water and then you just add 1/2 cup of cream. So this is not food storage, sorry, but we're just going with cream. Cream makes everything delicious. You can use 1/2 and 1/2 or heavy whipping cream. I guess I just made it not so healthy, right? You could skip the cream if you wanted, just have it like a broth, but this makes it more like a bisque, like a red pepper bisque. So with all those added veggies, it doesn't look super red, but there's my soup. And it does need to simmer for a little bit. So I'm gonna let it finish simmering. I'll try to show you the final thing once Krista's done, but this is pretty much it. Super easy. Like I said, you could make that powder in a jar in bulk. So good. And if you did the less water and added chicken, then this would be a yummy sauce to go over pasta, potatoes, etc. like we said. And if you wanted to, you could put whole peppers. I think I'm gonna sprinkle some in. Krista, sorry. You're not gonna want to eat my soup now.
It's fine. I'll still eat it. I'll just pick them out.
To make it yummy and chunky. You could put, I would probably put corn in that, like whole corn too. I'm going to add. I don't really follow recipes. I follow recipes, but I just add what I think is going to be good. Because I like to have a little bit more like chunk in my soup. It would be probably pretty good, even as a pasta sauce, like almost a vegetable chicken. Okay, that's
Yep.
it. 2 recipes: shepherd's pie, roasted red pepper soup. Ta-da!
Yay.
Yippee! Hey, Krista, did you ever know you could cook 4 dinners in 1 hour? Because that's pretty awesome. Thrives off.
In 45 minutes. We got 15 more minutes.
Been an hour. Okay.
Mine are basically done. Just have to put them together. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more thing.
I gotta make you big, sorry.
Oh,
Cat,
okay.
it was the tomato sauce powder that I did. This makes it creamier because it has like the cream stuff in it.
Okay, so this is the cheesy skillet. We are going to add a little bit of cream cheese and a little bit of cream. Again, not so healthy, but super more healthy than hamburger helper. Right? So we're gonna cut this in half a little bit and let it melt. Stir this around a bit. You can see my pasta's done. My hamburger's all nice. The broccoli's in here. This looks amazing. Like, I wish my kids were young or my grandkids were close because this would be right up their alley. Right?
You can come make it for my kids sometime.
Anytime. You just let me know when I should come,
Okay.
especially when it's 117 here. Wink, wink.
It's time to come to the east, the
Rain.
northeast.
What's rain? Okay, so we are going to, that is pretty much done for now. We are going to top it off with a little bit of cheese and let it melt.
Everything's better with cheese.
Right? You can't go wrong, right? A little cheddar cheese, fresh grated. You could use freeze-dried, but it's probably just easier. Turn the heat off, let that melt. And I'm going to put this one together.
I think it's important to remind people like you don't have to be all or nothing. Like it's fine to use regular cheese or a regular tomato. It doesn't mean you're not practicing and learning. And like I like to think in an emergency, I could make this with all pantry items, but I don't have to, especially because, things that are more expensive freeze dried. Like sometimes it makes sense to save time and sometimes it makes sense to save money.
Right?
Sometimes
Exactly.
you can do both. So,
Here's my mashed potatoes that I made, right?
mm, I should have put chives in mine.
I love chives and everything. I really do. Okay, so we're gonna put some mashed potatoes right here. I'm going to dab on my chicken on top. It's a lot of chicken. Okay. And then we'll do our little side dish of peas and carrots and onions.
That's why I was so confused. I thought I was going in the chicken.
It is in the chicken too, so it's in both.
Okay.
The little side of peas and carrots,
Mm, what's healthy?
right?
Ooh, beautiful.
Right. Okay, so there's one. And then the other one should be melted. Yep. I'm gonna do this in a bowl. It'll set up a little bit better. A nice bowl.
Looks like it's set already pretty good. Look at
Yeah,
that.
you did.
Yum. Oh,
Right. Oh,
yeah, a
cheesy.
little liquidy, but
Right.
liquidy will be good.
Right. Gonna get some broccoli on there. Put a little chive on top. And you are all set. Ready to go. There's my 2 dishes.
4 meals, pretty much 45 minutes, 4 dinners.
Right.
Without Thrive, I can only cook 1 meal in 45 minutes. So.
Right. If that, it's usually an hour. Family dinner, 2 hours.
True. So true. Okay. I got us both big. That's it.
Cool.
Voila, skillet pack. Next month, I guess we won't be covering the packs anymore, so we'll just have to make yummy summer stuff.
We'll do something fruity. We'll stick to fruits because since we haven't had
Fruit.
fruits in
That's true. We
4
need
months.
like desserts and salads and popsicles and stuff like that. So,
Yes, something cool.
um, we will send out the recipes. Give us a few days. It always takes a minute to edit the videos and all the recipes, but yeah.
Mhm.
My skillet stuff's good. Does anyone have any questions about what we made or about the packs or about the delivery service or anything before we hop off and eat our food? Yes, Jackie, there's a replay. I send it out to anyone that registered. They'll get the replay. It's usually by Thursday or Friday. Sorry. What was each recipe called? Oh, mine
Mine
was skillet, shepherd's pie, and roasted red pepper.
soup.
Well, it's the soup, but on the website, it's called chicken with roasted red pepper cream sauce. This is the picture with the chicken. That looks good. It looks like they made it on bread. And I'm pretty sure they put chunks of the vegetables in, even though it said to powder it all, at least for the picture. Because that's what I think would be good. But my kids wouldn't eat the vegetables, so it works. Okay, and what are your two called?
Mine are cheesy beef and broccoli skillet, and then sweet chicken mash.
Yum. Yeah, and it's cool. It's in a skillet. It's different. Like
Yeah.
in the summer, I think I said this, but like I hate heating up. You probably hate heating up your oven, but just a quick little something on the stove. I cooked it on my butane stove. So, okay, that's it. So, oh, someone asked, and I don't know if you meant this to be private, but she asked if I saw the number 10 cans of shrimp that just got added to clearance. Any ideas? I will tell you, one time I made a beef kung pao meal in a jar, but it was actually based off Chef Todd's shrimp kung pao shrimp or something. It was so good. So I'll see if I can find that. But almost any like Asian-y recipe, you could swap out like the beef or chicken and do the shrimp in it. So I'm not a shrimp eater, so I trust my family to tell me if they're good or not. But the beef kung pao was awesome, and it was based off his chicken kung pao. It might be on the website. Kung pao shrimp. Look that up. Okay, any other questions? Going once, going twice. Time to eat food and go to bed. Well, it's not bedtime for you, but it's late for me
Right.
on the East Coast. All right, thanks for being on live, guys. We'll see you
Thanks,
next
guys.
month. I
See you.
think I might be out of town the second Tuesday again. Maybe not. Shoot. I leave
Okay.
on the 12th. We'll figure it out. Be flexible with us. So,
Yep.
you know. All right, we'll let you know when it is. You'll get that email a day or two before. Have a
Absolutely.
wonderful summer,
Thank you.
guys. And if
Very
there's any
much summer.
ideas you want us to cook, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. We will welcome ideas.
Bye. Oh, Dawn, the link. What do you want the link to, Dawn? Sorry, people can hop off and I'll just end the recording later. But what do you want the link to? The jar recipes? Here. I have a ton of them on my website here, and these have all the replays of our cooking demos too. Whoops. I did a direct message. Sorry. And if you go and like sign up for the emails, goodness sake, I'm not that dumb, I promise. There's like a link to sign up to get more recipes, and it'll send you a recipe once a month of a new meal in a jar recipe. So there you go. And I think the Kung Pao chicken is one of those jar recipes. If you search on my website, you might be able to find it there too. All right. Have a wonderful evening. Good night. Time to clean the kitchen. Bye.